This edition of Radio Stone Update is brought to you by TAB Surfaces, celebrating 25-plus years of producing premium natural stone and TAB quartz, the high-density slabs with TAB's proprietary high-gloss luster technology.
Hi, I'm Kay Shipper with the latest in hard surfaces industry news from Radio Stone Update. The Brazilian Center of Natural Stone Exporters, Centro Rojas, is expressing serious concern over President Donald Trump's plans to impose a 50% tariff on Brazilian products being imported to the U.S. The July 9th tariff announcement came 2 days before Centro Rojas's inaugural StoneCore event in Vitória, Brazil. StoneCore focused on Brazilian natural stone and its presence in international trade. The magazine StoneNews.eu noted that the U.S. tariff poses a direct threat to the relations between the U.S. and Brazil and would significantly impact Brazil's natural stone sector, which sells more than 50% of its output to the U.S. In a letter to Brazil's president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, President Trump announced the new tariff based on several factors. Among them are the prosecution of former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, along with what he described as, quote, hundreds of secret and unlawful censorship orders on U.S.-based social media platforms by the Brazilian Supreme Court. Last year, the U.S. accounted for 56.3% of Brazil's total natural stone exports, valued at more than $700 million. More than 82% of that total came from the state of Espírito Santo, which was responsible for $672.4 million in sales to the U.S. The development also threatened the viability of more than 200 Brazilian companies and an estimated 500,000 direct and indirect jobs across the stone production chain. Since the announcement of the measure on July 9th, it is estimated that approximately 60% of Brazilian natural stone shipments to the U.S. market have been suspended, and by the end of the month, approximately 1,200 containers may remain unshipped. This represents a potential loss of up to $40 million in Brazilian exports in July alone. The severity of the situation hasn't been lost on the Natural Stone Institute, the NSI. According to the NSI, the tariff is concerning to the U.S. market and its projected impact on the construction industry. The NSI and other U.S. trade associations are planning to formally request a 90-day delay in the implementation of the tariff, which is scheduled for August 1st. The U.S. currently runs a trade surplus concerning all goods from Brazil. Last year, its $7.4 billion in shipments to Brazil is $1.8 billion higher than 2023, according to the U.S. Trade Representative, the USTR. Centro Rojas is monitoring the situation and working with Brazilian authorities and institutional partners to identify strategies that can mitigate the impact of the tariff. It is anxious to preserve Brazil's position in the U.S. stone market while safeguarding the future of the industry.
Why TAB Quartz? Because your home is worth it. At TAB Quartz, we follow the world's best technologies and processing practices, which are the result of our 23-plus years of experience in processing natural stone at our parent company TAB. TAB Quartz is the result of our love for stone and marks the beginning of a new age in the design and stone industry. TAB has created high-density quartz with an exceptionally high gloss via its custom-developed luster technology. The high ratio of quartz versus resin makes the slabs uniquely dense and heavier than your common quartz slab, achieving impenetrability even in a matte finish. Additionally, TAB Quartz is processed with UV-resistant resin to keep it safe from ultraviolet breakdown and color change. At TAB Quartz, we use the most innovative technologies, which enable us to not only be efficient but also eco-friendly. Legal compliance, environmental protection, and waste reduction are the very foundation of our company culture. Learn more at tabquartz.com.
Mosaic Companies, LLC, a Smyrna, Georgia-based surfaces company, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in early July, and operations are expected to end in the near future. The move will involve the sale of subsidiary Walker Zanger, among other actions. Mosaic filed the Chapter 11 petition at the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Wilmington, Delaware on July 8th. The firm lists assets of between $10 million and $50 million and liabilities of $100 million to $500 million. Mosaic began in 2019 as a partnership that included Albert Claramonte of South Florida distributor Services Southeast and Boston hedge fund Baupost Group. In 2021, it made major purchases, picking up both luxury stone brand Walker Zanger and Opus Stone, a South Florida slab and tile distributor. Earlier this year, Mosaic sold off Opus Stone to Construction Resources, a subsidiary of Home Depot, for reportedly more than $90 million. Following the filing of the bankruptcy petition, TheStreet.com reported that Mosaic plans to sell Walker Zanger and Anthology, another tile subsidiary, to Artivo Surfaces for $17.5 million plus assumption of certain liabilities. The purchase does not include Mosaic's Perpetu Quartz brand. The report says other remaining Mosaic assets, including Surfaces Southeast, will either be sold or liquidated. A Powder Springs, Georgia-based fabricator of kitchen and bathroom countertops has been cited and fined by the U.S. Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, for exposing workers to respirable crystalline silica. Brazilian Stone Design LLC was fined $33,000 after OSHA cited the company for 7 serious violations. They include exposing workers to high airborne concentrations of respirable crystalline silica and failing to require the use of respirators. Other citations include failure to perform fit testing and training for workers wearing respirators and conducting air monitoring. The company also did not administer an effective hearing conservation program. Registration is now open for the International Surface Fabricators Association, ISFA, 2025 Annual Conference, which is scheduled for November 4th through 6th at the Kimpton Hotel Palomar in Phoenix. This year's theme is Renewed Connections, Advancing the Path to Success. It's designed to build on ISFA's mission to empower surface professionals with the tools, insights, and connections they need to grow and thrive. The conference agenda is focused on driving innovation, professional growth, and business excellence. Workshops and panel topics include market trends, technology integration, business optimization, and leadership strategies for shop owners and executives. Also on the schedule is the ISFA Awards celebration, where the 2025 ISFA Awards will be presented, honoring excellence in fabrication, innovation, and leadership in the surfacing industry. Registration is open to both ISFA members and non-members, and early bird pricing is available through August 31st. For more information or to register, go to www.isfanow.org/annual-conference. The ISFA also announces that Chief Executive Officer Marissa Bankert will step down from her position at the end of this month. Bankert has played an important role in shaping ISFA's strategic direction and advancing its mission, according to a release sent out by the organization. Her contributions include helping to rebrand the ISFA, launching a new membership database, and modernizing operations systems, as well as hiring key staff to support the organization's growth and resource development. She's also been instrumental in developing an advocacy program for fabricators and the surfacing industry, creating a silica safety training program. Ted Sherritt, ISFA Board of Directors President, thanked Bankert for her work and stated that she has been important to the growth and reinvigoration of the ISFA over the last few years. Quote, her leadership experience and professionalism has allowed ISFA to become a more effective voice advocating for fabricators within the surfacing industry. Marissa has positioned our association to move to the next phase of growth through the execution of our strategic plan, end quote. Bankert said she had appreciated her time with ISFA. Quote, I've grown personally and professionally through this role, and I look forward to seeing the organization continue to succeed, end quote. And Alpharetta, Georgia-based LX Hausys America Incorporated hosted an exclusive preview event of its new Charlotte, North Carolina showroom and warehouse on July 16th. The event welcomed local designers, fabricators, distributors, and trade professionals for a first look at the new 2,000-square-foot space and its range of U.S.-made Via Terra quartz surface products. The new showroom reflects the company's ongoing expansion across the United States. Located at 200 Forsyth Hall Drive, Suite A in Southwest Charlotte, the space provides a location where both trade professionals and homeowners can explore LX Hausys products in person. The showroom is connected to a 10,000-square-foot warehouse, which is restocked frequently from the company's main distribution center in Georgia. The goal is product delivery within 3 days within a 100-mile radius of Charlotte, reaching markets such as Raleigh and Greensboro, North Carolina, and Greenville, South Carolina. Stephanie Skelton, Territory Manager for North Carolina and South Carolina, said Charlotte continues to be one of the fastest-growing areas in the Southeast and a natural fit for LX Hausys. Quote, "We're excited for designers and others to experience our brand and our innovative products firsthand to see how we can make their design dreams a reality," end quote, Skelton said. A formal grand opening is planned for later this year. The new showroom will be open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Remember, the July-August issue of Stone Update magazine will be available next week at www.stonemag.com. For a transcript of today's broadcast, go to www.radiostoneupdate.com. I'm Kay Shipper for Radio Stone Update, and we'll see you here again soon.
This edition of Radio Stone Update has been brought to you by TAB Surfaces, celebrating 25-plus years of producing premium natural stone and TAB quartz, the high-density slabs with TAB's proprietary high-gloss luster technology.